What's up guys, Mike Piwowar here. And today you're watching We Skate and we're going to teach you how to back 180. So to do a back 180, you obviously want to make sure you got your ollies good. I would say the key to this trick is your shoulders. You basically do an ollie and you just lead with your shoulders. If you don't turn your shoulders, the whole trick's not going to work. So really focus on turning your shoulders the whole way. I might like to wind up a tiny bit. You don't have to wind up like crazy, but a tiny bit helps. So you set your feet up like an ollie, just like you would for an ollie. Wind up a tiny bit. And then you pop as your shoulders are turning. Make sure to have enough time to rotate, roll and switch.
With the hat catch.
Add for extra points. Some common mistakes is you don't turn your shoulders enough and you land maybe 90 degrees and you just fall, maybe like this. So again, it's really important to make sure that your shoulders are turning enough. It might feel like a lot at first, but eventually it'll feel normal. So if you're having that problem, the way to fix it is I would say turn your shoulders too much. And then it should go the whole way. Second problem I see a lot with this trick is people aren't ready to roll away switch. When it comes to learning how to ollie, I'm goofy. So I start goofy, I land goofy. When it comes to 180s, I start goofy, I land regular. So you gotta anticipate going the other way. So like I see a lot of people that are learning how to back 180, they fall because their balance is like they're ready to go this way only. So if you're like used to going this way, you want to be used to going that way. So if you can roll around switch, it'll help you. One way to think about it is when you're going for the back 180, you're looking this way, and then when you land, you're looking this way. So if you notice my head, went from looking over my right shoulder to looking over my left shoulder. So you would never do that on an ollie. So like, it's easy to forget that. So you gotta like change the direction that your head's looking during the trick. Start looking over your right shoulder, you end looking over your left shoulder, if you're goofy. Another tip that I thought of is, it helps if you can dip your ollie, like this. A lot of people when they first learn how to ollie, they kind of do this. And it kind of stays flat. And if you're doing a back 180, if you can dip it, it really helps control the whole thing. That way you can like take it downstairs and stuff. Get away with it on flat without dipping it, but the more dip, the more control. I see a lot of people like kind of getting lost in the 180 when they're first learning this trick, and their knees are kind of crooked. They don't land square, you know? So you gotta try to land square. Because the more square you land, the easier it is to roll away. And especially when you start taking it down stuff, you wanna land square. Kind of like back 180, 10 steer or something, and you're landing with your knees all crooked, forget it. So try to like, you know, try to land square.
Do you ever do it down like the big sets before you try like a backside flip, or you just go right for backside flip?
No, I don't even remember the big stand back 180 honestly, but I used to kind of do all the like warm-ups. Like if I'm gonna backside flip something, I would always like, you know, do a back 180 first. These days I don't do that anymore. I mean, it helps when you're first learning to like have the fundamentals down, but after a certain point, like you don't need to like do every 180 and stuff. It just ends up hurting too much. If you can ollie something, I feel like back 180 over something is usually pretty easy next step. I like back 180ing over stuff more than I like it down stuff. Because there's something about a back 180 that kind of goes up and over real nice. So if you're ollieing over something and you're poking it like that, it's kind of like natural to just poke and turn, so it kind of just goes right over. So I like back 180 and over, you know, walls and stuff like that. So.
Do you have to kind of focus more on the like getting up and over part first before you start turning?
I would say, yeah, I would focus on getting up and over first and foremost. And the nice thing about a back 180 is if you don't get it all the way around, you can revert it a bit. Actually, that's a good tip I didn't talk about over there, is reverting them. You don't have to learn them all in the air, but like you can revert them at first. If you focus on getting it up and over and you only get it halfway, you can just skirt the last little part. So,
Nice.
skirt one for you.
Yeah, let's see.
Full skirt right there, not a big one. Is there a skirt in there?
There's a little one.
A micro skirt. I'll try to do a little more.
Little micro skirt.
If you can do it in the air, you should. But when you're first learning them, it's easier to skirt.
There you go.
And when you're first learning this trick, it might even help just to learn the power slide, you know, all by itself. So if you do this, it might help you learn the motion. So start with that, and once that feels comfortable, you'll get used to rolling on the switch. You'll get used to looking over the other shoulder, like I was saying. Then you can get that dolly back in. So like right shoulder. Get used to that, and then that dolly in, you got yourself the back 180. So once you get more comfortable doing them on flat, and you can pop them decently high, try it down a little set, and keep doing it downstairs like I was saying, is make sure that when you're landing, you're square. Because if you do a back 180, and you land all twisted up, like your legs all twisted, your shoulders all twisted, it's going to be hard to roll away on impacts.
Your board's probably going to shoot out.
Yeah, your board's going to shoot out, your momentum might still be going this way like I was saying earlier, and you're going to whoosh out that way. So really to keep doing it downstairs, is make sure you're ready to roll away switch, looking over your other shoulder, and then landing square. So if you can get those down, you do it downstairs. So there you have it. The back 180 might seem tricky at first, but just keep practicing them, and really the only way to do it is just repetition. So you can sit here and watch me explain it all day, but really the only way you're going to learn it is just to go out there and try them and to feel it, and you know, do it 100 times, do it 1,000 times, and then you'll really start to understand it. So get out there, repetition, and have fun.